Ladies and gents, the day has finally arrived where I received my WATA games back from grading. I've got a huge haul to share with you all today. We're just going to go through them one by one, starting off with the ones that I intend to sell, and then we're going to go through the ones that I'm going to be keeping. Starting off here, Pokemon Red, third print. 8.5, not a bad grade at all. We've got the black ESRB logo here. That's what makes it the third print. And we'll go through the components here real quick. We've got the box 8.5, cart 9.2, manual 8.5. And honestly, this box is minty. This thing should have been like a 9 point, let's say 2, 4, whatever, if it weren't for the fact that there is a tiny tear in the side here. I can't even remember which side it's on. Oh yeah, here we go. I don't know if you guys can see it through the plastic bag there. It's like in this top corner. Oh man, it's hard to see. Yeah, I think you can see it there. But yeah, tiny tear there. That's kind of causing it to be down at an 8.5. If it weren't for that, the box is pristine. That's just what's kind of bringing it down a little bit, but it should have been a 9 otherwise. Yeah, not bad at all for this. And I actually already received an offer for $1,000 for this thing. Crazy. I'm going to accept it, but I wanted to make sure that I recorded this unboxing video first for you guys. So there we go. This one is going to be sold. Pokemon Red, third print. Very nice shape. All right, next up, we've got Pokemon Yellow here. This one is the fourth print variant of Pokemon Yellow. We also got an 8.5 here. Solid rating, and it's got a, the bottom of the box is the Y-fold. I think you can kind of see it in there. That's how you know that it is the fourth print. Yeah, not bad at all. So going through the components here, we've got box 9.0, manual 9.4, and the cart just kind of screwed me over here. We got only a 7.5 on the cart. I'm honestly really surprised by that because the cart looked really good in my opinion. Obviously, I can't take it out and show you anymore, but yeah, if it weren't for that cart rating, should have gotten a 9 on this. The box is pristine. A couple things kind of screwed me over with red and yellow there, but this one will also be sold. Don't have a price yet for it, but will ultimately be sold. Then we've got Pokemon Gold. This is the worst grade that I got, a 7.5 here for the complete in box. Now components, the box here is kind of in shambles. 6.5 on the box. That's to be expected. There's a big crease across the front, so I'm not upset with this by any means. Cart 8.0, manual 9.2, overall 7.5. So still pretty good shape. I mean, again, you can see there's a big crease across the front, so I can't be too mad about it. And if you kind of zoom into the edges, you can see that they're creased up. It's a little hard to see it with the plastic baggie on, but this one will also be sold. I've got an offer for this one at $470 at the moment. We'll see if I can get it up to $500. That's where I'd like to be at it. But yeah, pretty solid combo of red, yellow, and gold so far. Let's go on to the next one. And then we've got silver, the highest grade that I'm going to be selling. We've got a 9.2 here, guys. Really impressive grade with this box. Now, I actually didn't think this box was going to receive such a high score. There is like the flap at the bottom here. Yeah, you probably can't really tell from the vid, but the flap kind of like extends. There's like a gap in between the two like Y-fold flaps. And so I thought that they were going to, dock some points down for it because it seemed a little bit funky to me. But in any case, they did not. So I ended up with a 9.2 on this one. 9 for the box, 9 for the cart, 9.6 on the manual. Juicy manual there. Now, I had intended to keep the highest grade of each box for myself, but this actually tied the grade of the silver that I wanted to keep for myself. So I had to do some digging and figure out which one of the silvers is the one that had everything in it, including the plastic baggie over the cartridge, the one that I had planned on keeping and the one that I had intended on selling. So this is the one that's going to be sold. The box is slightly different than the other one, and ultimately was able to tell because this box has a 9.0 rating and the other one had a 9.2. But yeah, very solid price nonetheless. All right, next up, Pokemon Crystal. Now, I pretty much predicted this one exactly. Guessed that it was going to be an 8.5, and that's exactly what it got here. You can see the crease along the middle here. I hate that crease. It's so ugly. I honestly think the thing is pretty sun faded as well, but they didn't make a comment. WATA didn't say anything about it being sun faded, which is nice. And they note that it's the first print variant, the series corrected version. As for the components here, we've got 8.5 in the box, 8.5 in the cart, and 9 on the manual. So 8.5 overall, nothing else to it, but yeah, this one's pretty rare. I'll probably see if I can sell this one for around $1,500. No offers yet, but man, this thing is still nice, even though it's got the crease. All right, next up here, Pokemon Sapphire. This one is an 8.0, second worst grade of the bunch, tied for the second worst grade. Still not bad, though. It's in pretty good shape. It's just along the edges, especially this corner here is kind of creased up, paint peeling away. But otherwise, no major flaws with the box. Now, we've got a 7.0 box, 9.2 cart, 7.5 manual here. So the manual evidently was in bad shape. I'm actually pretty surprised by that. And the cart at a 9.2 is what helped bring this thing up to an 8 overall. Now, on the Sapphire that I intended to keep for myself, the cartridge actually got a lower grade, and I'm surprised I wasn't able to tell that this cartridge was the good one and that the one that I put in the one I wanted to keep was actually the worst cartridge. So if I had put the good cartridge in the one that I wanted to keep, I would have gotten a 9.2 on it. It would have been very close to a 9.4, but would have been just shy. All right, Emerald, the other 8.0 that I received here. We've got of course, the Only 4 logo, and backside here, 7 on the box, 8.5 in the cart, 9.2 on the manual. So still pretty good overall. It's obviously the box grade that's bringing this thing down. Now there's no creases in this thing really. Like the box looks pretty good. It's all around the corners is where they get you. So I don't know if you guys can see this kind of through the plastic. Yeah, that's a good sight. All the paint is kind of peeling away along the bottom edge in that corner there. I can't remember what I predicted for this one, if I even recorded a video on it. I actually think I only shared the one Emerald that I had intended to send in, but yeah, I guess there's one other little flaw up here as well. I guess there's several flaws, but in any case, still a pretty solid rating there. I'll also see if I can hoping to get maybe like 1,200 for the 8.0. All right, next up here, Pokemon Gold. This is the first one that I am now keeping, guys. We are now in the keeps pile. We've got a 9.2 on this thing, and the only flaw on this box is there's like a little indentation here. Everything else was looking beautiful to me. All right, so the box, 9.2 on the box, 9.0 on the cart, 9.6 on the manual. Really solid grade overall. The thing is juicy. This thing is nice looking. Just compared to the other Pokemon Gold, I mean, you can see the crease in this one. This one looks so much better. That crease is just bothering me across the bottom. Very worthy of the 9.2. Much deserving of a place on my shelf. That's where it's going to go. Yeah, so all of the 9s will be going on my shelf. The 9s are to keep except for that one silver. The 9.2, that will be sold since I have a second one. All right, there was the gold. Yeah, here we go. Now is the second 9.2 silver. Just the identifying feature for me was the box. I know you're not going to be able to tell here, but there's more of a gap in the box in this one than the other one. Ooh, didn't mean to hit the camera there. 9.2 on the box, 9.0 on the cart, 9.4 on the manual. All right, next up here, we've got Crystal, probably the heaviest hitter of them all. 9.0. This is actually the top of the population of the series misprint complete in box. There has never been a 9.2 series misprint. There's been, I think, 3 of the series misprints at a 9.0. I now have a 4th. Super rare here, guys. I mean, this thing is going to sell for a pretty penny. So excited about this. This is the one that had like the parabola looking thing on the top. Yeah, you can't see it through the plastic there. Even through the case, you probably wouldn't be able to see it. But 9.0 on the box, 8.5 on the cart, and 9.4 on the manual. So very good looking box here. The cart is kind of what brought it down. I honestly think that if I swapped it out for a different cart, I could have gotten like the true top of the population at a 9.2, which would have been insane. I actually have another Pokemon Crystal that I did not send in to get graded, and I might do so this time. It's the series misprint, so there's honestly a good chance that I could get the 9.2 or higher and truly have the top of the population of Pokemon Crystals, which would just be insane. I'm honestly tempted to just hold on to that one for a while. I mean, this one's definitely going on the shelf for now. If I send in the other one and it gets a 9.2, I'll be reselling this one. So crazy, the price of these things. But all right, next up, Pokemon Ruby. Now, this one's actually kind of special to me because it's the only one that I have that still has the original plastic wrap on it. You can kind of see like the saran wrap on that thing. But yeah, this one surprisingly still only got a 9.0, even though the box was like immaculate to me. 9.0 on the box, and it still has all the original plastic. That really should have gotten a higher grade. Cart 8.5, kind of dropping the rating there. Manual still at a 9.2 though, so not bad overall. This one definitely worthy of a 9. I honestly feel like it should have been 9.2 because of the plastic wrap. They should just boost the rating a little bit because of that, but all right, in any case, that one is for Shursky a keep. And then we've got Sapphire, the 9.0, kind of already touched on this one before, but if I had swapped out the cartridges, look, 8.5 on this cartridge, you've got a 9.2 on the other cartridge, I think, which would have made this thing overall a 9.2, but so the thing is, guys, I kind of cracked the code on the WATA scale. I'm not sure that it's too difficult for someone to figure out, but the grading system is 50% times the box grade, 30 plus 30% times the cart grade, plus 20% times the manual grade. And so the manual, even though it's a 9.6, can't quite get it over that 9.2 threshold here just because it's only worth 20%. The box is obviously what makes it the most valuable, or is the most heavily weighted component. All right, now here is what we've got up next. This is one that I did do a video on, the Pokemon Emerald. I predicted it'd be a 9.0, but said it could really be a little bit higher because the box is so juiced. And here we go. We've got a 9.2 on this Emerald. Definitely excited about this. This thing is so valuable. Now, the box here, the box was in pristine shape. This is the only 9.4 box that I got out of any of these. I honestly thought that it would get a 9.4, 9.6. I just wanted to be a little conservative in the video because it's better to, under-promise and over-deliver than over-promise and under-deliver, right? So we've got a 9.4 in the box, cart in good shape at a 9.0, manual 9.2. Overall, a 9.2. It's not the top of the population or anything, but still a very solid grade nonetheless. And then last but not least, Pokemon Fire Red. Got a 9.0 here. This is on the first print of Fire Red. It is the adapter misprint. Here you go. You guys can probably see they misspell adapter there. That's how you know this is the first print variant. And yeah, I guess the components here. We've got 9.2 on the box, good box grade, 8.5 on the cart, and 9.6 on the manual. So again, I'm not doing a good job of analyzing these carts because if I had gotten a little bit of better cartridges in these things, I should be sitting in the 9s for almost every single one, and some of them higher 9s, 9.2, 9.4, rather than just the 9s. But in any case, still is going to look beautiful on the shelf. So that is going to do it for the Giga Haul, guys. I hope you all enjoyed that monumental unboxing there. It's honestly crazy to me that, I finally have these back in my possession after so long. It's been a journey, guys. It's been over 2 months since I submitted them to WATA to get graded, but they're finally back in the apartment, and they look beautiful. I'm going to see if I can just line them all up for you here. It's a little difficult to do. I'll see if I can pan out and do one last glimpse of them. But in any case, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more. I'm going to be doing another shipment off to WATA at some point, and stay tuned for that unboxing.